world, bakers. Do you know the difference between these cakes and others? Well, these were all made by you in the microwave in under 10 minutes. We've made vanilla cake, red velvet, and carrot cake in the microwave. And right now I'm excited to share with you a recipe for a 3-layered chocolate cake, all made in the microwave. As always, the recipe can be found on biggerbolderbaking.com, and make sure you check out my website. I've got tons of recipes over there. Okay, let's get started in a nice big bowl. So I'm going to lay in a sieve, and we're going to add in our flour, cocoa powder, baking powder, baking soda, and some salt. And then just sieve all these ingredients together. So you'll notice I do sieve ingredients sometimes, and I always do it when I use cocoa powder or powdered sugar because they can tend to be kind of lumpy, and you want to make sure there's no lumps in there. Okay, lovely. So set your dry ingredients over to the side, and we're going to bring in a nice big bowl and mix up the rest of our ingredients. So into my nice big bowl, I'm going to add in room temperature butter and some sugar. So for the next step, I'm using a hand mixer. You can use a stand mixer, and you can also make this by hand with a whisk. You're just going to need a lot of elbow grease. This is why it's really important that your butter is at room temperature, because it makes it so much easier to cream. So you want to mix this on high speed for around 3 to 4 minutes until it gets nice and light and fluffy. So this is looking good. Now I've got my beaten eggs here, and I'm slowly going to add these in while it's still beating on high. The reason that we add the eggs in slowly is because you don't want the mix to curdle, so just do a little bit at a time. So this is looking good. It's a nice pale color. So if you don't eat eggs, don't worry, you can still make this cake. You can just substitute them with applesauce or banana, and all that information is on my website. Now let's add in the other ingredients that make this cake really lovely. So into this, we're going to add in some plain yogurt. Yogurt is really delicious in cake because it's a little bit acidic and it makes the cake really soft. You can use Greek yogurt, plain yogurt, any kind of yogurt that you like. Just make sure that it's not flavored. Next, add a splash of vanilla extract. And then of course, some melted chocolate. I'm using bittersweet chocolate here, so it's around 60 to 70%. So this is looking good. We can remove our mixer. So I'm just going to bring back in my dry ingredients, and what we're going to do now is with a metal spoon just fold it into the rest of the mixture. So now, why am I telling you to use a metal spoon? And this is a very classic way of making a cake. This is what I was trained to do in college. It has a thin edge, so it slices through the cake batter and it doesn't knock out all the air that we created. So it's good practice to use a metal spoon when folding in stuff. Okay, this is looking good. Everything's combined. For some reason, this cake really smells amazing already. Oh my gosh. I think it's the yogurt and the chocolate. Okay, this is good to go. Now let's get it into our molds. So now we're talking microwave cake here, so you can't use a regular cake tin. Here I have some silicone molds. Now these are 7.5 inches. I've got a link on my website of where you can buy these on Amazon. They're really inexpensive, and you can use them for all different types of baking, and you can make all my other microwave cakes in them, so they're really handy to have. If you don't have these, however, you don't want to buy them, you can use any microwave safe dish to cook off your cake. That is totally fine. So as you can see, my molds are buttered and they're lined to make our cake come out much easier. And now all I'm going to do is divide the batter between the 3. And then with a spatula, just even them out in your mold. Try and get your cakes as even as possible. And don't worry, in the microwave, these will actually just level out and be nice and flat themselves. Okay, great. Our cakes are ready. Now this is the magic part. Now we're going to cook them off. So place 1 layer of cake in the microwave at a time. Now the cake takes really no time to cook at all, around 2 minutes to 2 minutes 20 seconds. Now this timing is based on my microwave, which is 1200 watts. It is quite high, so check the wattage of your microwave because your timing may vary. So our first layer is done. Now let's cook off the next layer. So the benefits of microwaving a cake: number 1, you get the whole thing made in under 10 minutes, which is pretty incredible. Number 2, unlike an oven, the microwave steams your cake, so it's not a dry heat, so you end up with a really moist cake every time. So there's our second cake done. Now we're just going to pop in our last layer. So now one bit of advice I would say is don't be tempted to overcook this cake. It really only needs around 2 minutes and maybe a little bit more. The longer you cook it, the drier it'll get. So you really want to hit it at that sweet spot. So come here to me, our cakes are finished and I want you to know what to look for so you can tell that they're done. As you can see, they've pulled away from the side of the mold. And if you push down in the middle, it's firm underneath your finger bit. There's no shiny cake. It's all kind of matted and firm on top. So that means we are good to go. They're perfect. Now all I'm going to do is just set these over to the side and let them cool down in the molds. Okay, so my cake is completely cooled down, so now I'm going to decorate it. I'm using a cake turntable here, but honestly, you can just do this on a flat surface. So I'm going to put on a big scoop of my buttercream fudge frosting, and then with a spatula, just even it out. Now I'm going to make this a naked cake, which makes life so much easier when it comes to cake decorating. You have that kind of rustic look, but for very little effort. So spread the frosting all the way to the edges, because you want a little bit poking out, and then gently lay on your next layer. Line it up if you need to, make sure everybody is straight, and then go again with another scoop of frosting. Be generous with the frosting because you do want to see it between the layers and you like to see it poking out. That's what makes this cake really beautiful. This is literally 10 minutes of cake decorating. 10 minutes of making a cake, 10 minutes of cake decorating. I mean, we're killing it at life right now. Okay, very last thing I'm going to do is just put on the last layer, get it all lined up, and then lastly put another big dollop of frosting on top and then just spread it out with your spatula. You know, I don't think I knew how big this cake was until I put it all together, but we're not even finished because now we're going to garnish the top. I like to place on some fresh berries. We've got strawberries, some raspberries and blueberries all over the top. This is just a simple way to decorate a cake and make it look really beautiful. Also add a pop of color. So you don't have to be precious with these, just pop the berries in and around in any kind of a rustic fashion and they tend to find their own home and kind of sort themselves out. Look at that, gorgeous. It's absolutely huge. This is a bakery style cake made in 10 minutes at home in your microwave. Nobody will ever know. It's going to be sad for me to cut this cake, however, I want you to see how moist and soft it is on the inside. Without a doubt, this is a big boy. My favorite part of the job. Oh my gosh. Not only is that a really incredibly soft cake, it is like serious chocolate. With the frosting and the melted chocolate we put in the cake and the cocoa powder. This is, I think, you know what? I think this might be one of the best chocolate cakes I've ever made. I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm gonna say it. Best chocolate cake I ever made. Head over to my website right now, print off this recipe and share your photos. I'll see you back here really soon for more bigger, bolder baking.